welcome to some Friday night football here at Bremerton Memorial Stadium, for tonight's game, we have the Bremerton Knights taking on the Olympic Trojans. We'd like to thank everyone who tuned in to watch this game, which is being exclusively streamed by the Kitsap Sun and produced by the Bremerton High School Media Productions class. I'm Bob Moore, and my co-host, Austin Hilligoss, joins me. Say hello, Austin.
Hello, everybody. All right, well, we got an exciting game here on our hands as the Trojans and the Knights face off, as you said. So the Knights, they currently sit at 2-0 as they have beaten the Wilson Rams and Howey Eagles. So they're off to a good start to the season. As for the Trojans, they currently are at 1-1. They won a close game last week against the Bainbridge Spartans. They bounced back nicely from their Week 1 blowout loss to Central Kitsap. Some of the things I want to talk about for this game is that, for both offenses, I was kind of shocked to see the stat line was kind of so different from each other. As, the Bremerton Knights offense, they've averaged 441 yards per game throughout these first two games. And the Trojans, they've only had about 178 yards per game. And, player I want to talk about is Majay Cook. No doubt we'll see a lot of him for this game for the Bremerton Knights. First 2 weeks of the season, first two games rather, he won MVP for both of them for the Bremerton Knights. Last week against the Wilson Rams, scored 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdown from Max Buganugan.
Great showing by him.
Yes, absolutely. And from the whole Knights offense, really it started the game kind of slow, but as the game went on, you could tell that they got more comfortable, and they really got into a groove running the football. Max Buganugan, I thought he played much better last week than he did the first week of the season against the Howey Eagles. But it should be an exciting game. The weather's very nice. Not really any rain coming down. It was pretty hot earlier, but the sun's gone down, so it's cooled off a lot. So I think both teams are definitely excited to get out there and play some football tonight.
Let's go over the roster for the Bremerton Knights tonight. Why don't you start us off, Austin?
All right, well, he requested to be called this, so it's Majay Hurricane Cook.
Rashid Joyner.
Enrique Lopez.
Sean Booker.
Michael Goodwin.
James Moore.
Abraham Parrish.
Michael Barber.
Devontae Perigo.
Chase Blackwell.
Brock Chris.
Mac Buchanan.
Antoine Sacheo.
Cole Eckert.
Derrick De Jesus.
Daryl Wright.
Evan Ross.
Alpha Cooper.
Ryan Saylor.
Jared Trujillo Cole.
Capio Ratome.
McCoy Ratome.
Max Davis.
Raymond Camacho Jr.
Yakir Irving.
Lawrence Deese Quinta.
Javier Brown.
Anthony Shadle.
Ethan Nolting.
Caleb Stone.
Adrian Sharp.
Gabriel Brown.
Stephen Shaw.
Troy Saunders.
Ben Marby.
And Caleb Peterson. That's on your Knights roster tonight.
All right, well, we're just about ready to kick off here from the 40-yard line. This is Josh Kennedy with the Trojans ready to kick off. Back deep for the Bremerton Knights is Chase Blackwell, the wide receiver, and Ryan Saylor. Ryan Saylor didn't return any to the house last week, but he was very effective in returning some kicks. Had a pretty impressive kick return last week that was called back by penalty. So here we go, starting off the game here. Bit of a pooch kick here. It's going to land to the 33. It's recovered by one of the Knights, and he's going to fight his way all the way up near the 40. Still going. Pyle is still being pushed. Wow, great effort there by the Knights special teams. He's all the way up to the 43.
Yeah, that was a great push by him, even with all those men on him.
Yeah, indeed it was. That was good teamwork there by the Knights. The refs hadn't called the play dead, and they kept pushing him upfield for more yardage. So here we go. This Knights offense, which has been pretty prolific here for the first 2 weeks. I'd say the only thing we want more of is probably just a little bit more consistency in the pass game, but they've been so dominant running the ball. You don't really need the pass game when the running game is so dominant. So here's Buchanugan now. Cook in motion. They're going to hand it off to Cook, who's been so great these past 2 weeks. And Cook fighting up the middle, already getting a lot of yardage already in the first play. That was about 9 yards, 7 yards.
Yeah, Cook's been doing great lately.
Yeah, as we said to start the show, that he's won player of the game 2 weeks in a row. He averaged about 150 yards in those 2 games, so we'll definitely give him the football here as he's in motion. And he's going to get another carry early on. Out close to this side towards Booth, and he's going to pick up the first down, thrown out of bounds. Great run by Cook. And really, I think what helps him a lot is especially the blocking by the offensive line and the fellow receivers downfield. Right there on that play, it was really set up nicely. Tight end, he moved all the way from the far side all the way to the other side of the formation. And he was able to run to the edge and seal the block for him, pick up that first down. So Buchanugan here, going to hand off to Cook again. And look at him stiff-arming the defender, getting to the outside, the far side. Man, picking up more yards. Another 6 yards right there.
Excuse us, that wasn't Cook, that was Rasheed Joyner.
Oh, my mistake. I mean, Rasheed Joyner, he's also coming back from, he was hurt the first week. He had 90 yards early on in that first quarter. So it'll be interesting how they get him back involved now that he's back fully healthy. Really, this nice offense with Rasheed Joyner and Samaje Cook, kind of unstoppable and running the football here.
Handoff to Joyner and a handoff to Cook.
As you said, a handoff to Cook there. A lot of things going on there early in that play, but it's kind of blown up kind of early. It's 3rd and 4 for the Knights. Knights been having a nice drive here, start off the game, hoping to pick up this first down and continue it. Joyner in motion. Buchanugan drops back. He's got some time. He's got a man open. He's throwing it deep. Ooh, and the receiver is pushed down, but they're not going to call interference. Bit of a questionable non-call there, if you ask me. I thought he was interfered with as he was going to the ground, but
I agree, but maybe the ref saw something that we didn't.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe the ref, maybe he saw that, down there on the field. It's completely different from what it is up here. Perhaps their feet were tangled up and they both just fell down. But anyways, decent stop there by the Trojans. So now it's 4th down, and it looks like Buchanugan is here on the punt. He's a quarterback, punter, and kicker, so they did fake it last week, so it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Buchanugan, he is faking the punt. Nope, he's going to punt it, actually. Ooh, downs it inside the 15, it appears. See if they spot it here. Hitting him inside their own 5-yard line. Great punt by Buchanugan.
Great punt by him.
Yeah, that was a good throw by Buchanugan there on that 3rd down. And really from last week, this is what I want to see from Buchanugan. He makes smart decisions. Sometimes the accuracy can cost him, but he's got the strength to throw it downfield. So he showed it off right there. So here's the Trojans' offense starting off. They're in bad field position, but led up by their quarterback, Zeke Gillick. Gillick's going to do a quick handoff here, but it's immediately blown up by the Knights defense. Looks like there might have been a fumble, and the Knights have the ball back inside the 10-yard line right away. A fatal mistake by the running back there, Malcolm DeWalt. Wow, it was a great, great opening statement there by the Knights defense. Up there, the linebacker, I'm not sure who it was, but he got in there and he was able to punch that ball out. Now the Knights offense starting inside the 10-yard line here, 1st and goal. Cook in motion. Buchanugan hands it off to him. And Cook looking for the end zone, getting by defenders, fighting up to the 5-yard line. He's getting about 4, went from the 9 to the 5. 2nd and goal to about the 5-yard line. Cook with 4 touchdowns last week and a couple the previous week. Looking for some more here. Cook is in motion. They hand it off to him right up the middle. He's fighting all the way down to about the 2-yard line. They're still pushing him in.
Looks like a flag was thrown, however.
The flag was thrown, but he almost got in. He was pushed all the way down to the 2-yard line. It'll be interesting to see what this flag is on. I can really see a different kind of tone for this Knights offense this year. They're really devoted to giving this ball to Cook, and blocking downfield has been pretty good so far to start this game. Right there, they were fighting very hard for him, trying to push him in. We're able to get it. Looks like this could be a penalty on the offense. They're getting backed up here. Perhaps it might have been a holding call. It was a holding call. Looks like the ball is going to be spotted here at the 7 second and goal from the 17. So pretty backed up pretty far here after that hold penalty, at least from the goal line. And here's Buchanugan, takes the snap, drops back, looking for Chase Blackwell on a slant, and Blackwell, oh, he had 6 points in his hands and he's unable to hang on. That would have been a terrific catch by Blackwell. He ran a great route, but I think he was so excited that he knew he was wide open getting into the end zone there that he wasn't able to get his hands caressed around it. Buchanugan, that was a nice pass inside to the slant. And, you know, personally I know Chase, he's a pretty confident guy. You know, I'm sure he's not going to give up on himself. So, and Buchanugan, he believes in him as well, so he'll definitely give him the ball, looking for him here. As he drops back to pass, looking for Blackwell again. Oh, he was trying to hit Saylor, actually, coming out of the backfield, but overthrows him, so it's going to be 4th down. 4th and goal.
Looks like the Knights just swapped out Cook.
Yes, looks like they're going for the field goal here. This will be kind of a decent field goal here to make. But here's James Morin in there to make the field goal. Chase Blackwell the hold. Deep kick here, and it looks to be good.
It is good.
Nice kick there by James Morin. You know, the other day in class, he was talking about how he was making some 50-yarders in practice, and it showed up right there. So, good job by kicker there. So, kind of, inside the 5-yard line, starting there on offense. Kind of disappointing to get held to a field goal, but it's really late for the Knights. The defense, it was a great first play, knocking the ball out, and that's what they did plenty of times last week. But you can tell as that game went on, they kind of got fatigued. Gave us some big plays late to the Rams, and kind of made it look closer than it actually was. As the Knights kind of pulled away in that 4th quarter. But late in the game, you could definitely tell the defense got tired, and they gave it some big plays late. Overall, I think I'd say that the whole team is probably satisfied with how the defense has been playing these past couple weeks. Opening in the opener against the Kitsap Eagles, and they only gave up 6 points. Last week against the Wilson Rams, most of the points they gave up was kind of in garbage time. And so far, they're a pretty dominating statement right there with forcing the fumble. So, see if they can try to do something again like that again here on this drive. And here's James Morin, set to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Kick right down the middle. He fielded right at the 15. He fumbled it, but he was able to recover it, and they're going to start at the 20-yard line. That was Adam Johnson, the wide receiver cornerback, making the recovery there. Fielding the kickoff. It's always a lot of pressure when that ball coming right at you as a return man. But thankfully for him, he was able to recover that ball before he bounced into the hands of one of the opposing Knights. So here's Zeke Gillick in his offense here returning to the field. Turned the ball over in 1 play last drive. And in motion, the pitch towards the outside. The Knights defense are all over him. They swarmed him. Terrific play there. That was Darrell White with the carry, but he was swarmed immediately by the Knights defense.
Did not stand a chance by the look of it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what you want from your defense. That you're able to get penetration to the outside, and they were able to shut down the run game there for the Trojans. That was a loss of 7 on the play, so now it's 2nd down and 17. Backed up here, about on their 13-yard line. Man in motion, quick handoff up the middle, fighting for some tough yardage there. Isn't gonna gain a whole lot after the contact, but it's gonna make it about 3rd and 15, about 3rd and 14. third and long here. Definitely some pressure here early on. You're down 3, you turn the ball over, 1 play last drive. Now here it is already 3rd and long. You know, you don't want to risk anything here if you're Zeke Gillick. You don't want to force the pass. Don't want to get intercepted here. You want to try to give yourself a chance here. And here's Gillick dropping back immediately under pressure, rolling to his left, and he's going to get taken down, swarmed.
The Knights are having a great defense, at least in the beginning tonight.
Yes,
They're really putting on the pressure.
Yeah, putting on a bit of a statement here on this Trojans offense. That was a great play there by Bertome, the D end there. He was able to swarm in there, and or actually no, he was a linebacker on that play. He was swarming in there on the blitz, and they were able to get to him. It was a high snap. He barely gets it off. It's a really low kick. Bounces at the 29. Ryan Saylor picks it up. He's trying to make a big play here.
Makes
Gets
it
it
inside.
inside. Yes, you're right. Gets it to the 30. That was good awareness by him. He was able to get that ball and keep running with it. He was trying to see if he could make a big play. And that was good pressure there by the special teams up front on the punter. He wasn't able to punt it off right away. And when he did, I think maybe someone might have got a hand on it, or he didn't at least get exact enough power behind it that he wanted to punt it deep. So this Knights offense set up pretty good by their defense and special teams here for their next drive.
6 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock. The Knights are up 3.
Now Cook is out wide. No, he's not out wide. He's out. He's in the slot here. And this is Buchanugan dropping back, firing over the middle to Cook.
Passes it to Cook.
Samaje Cook, he's looking to score. He's all the way into the end zone here. And that's a touchdown for the Bremerton Knights.
A great run by Cook right there.
That was a great route. He's inside the slot, running a simple slant pattern over the middle. And Buchanugan, he's shown some good accuracy here so far early in this game. It's a nice pass. And the Knights are up quick 9-0. Very impressive so far here.
Very impressive. Now, I'm not sure if the Trojans were expecting this hard of a push this early on in the game.
Well, it's certainly demoralizing. You know, as you said, they're down 9-0 pretty quick. Their offense hasn't really done much. Turning the ball over in one drive and going 3 and out the next. As James Moore, the PAT, makes it a 2-possession game, 10-0 early on Knights. So it's really demoralizing. And what they're wanting to stay calm. They don't want to panic early on here. But they know that there's some pressure getting brought onto them here, this early deficit. And it's up to their offense here to try to bring them back into it. Talked about it before, but it's been very impressive so far, this defense for the Knights. It just get forcing turnovers, forcing a lot of pressure on, really making a statement early on. James Morin with a little squib kick here. Fielded at the 20-yard line. Getting to the edge here. Now trying to cut back inside. He's breaking free. This is some great running here.
Great running by Darrell White.
And Darrell White, yes, you said, the running back all the way across the 50. Man,
wow.
I really thought he was going to get swallowed up immediately there at the 25, but he was able to slip his way through the special teams of the Knights.
Able to find those gaps.
Yes, you're right. He was able to find the gaps, and it was great blocking by his teammates. They never gave up on him.
No.
They kept blocking downfield for him. It was a great cut back inside across the field, but definitely he was running out of gas after all that running, so they pulled him down inside the 50. So this Trojans offense, big play from their special teams. They're going to be starting a pretty decent starting field position here. This is a pretty important drive early on for the Trojans because, down 10-0, really, fairly quickly. There's only 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. So Zeke Gillick here, under a lot of pressure to get something going. Looking for his tight end, but that was incomplete. He threw it kind of too low. That was Dylan Wolford, the tight end, he's looking for there. What the Knights have done so far pretty well on the defensive side. If you can get the quarterback, the opposing quarterback, if you can get him under pressure early on, he never really gets into kind of into a comfortable zone for himself. Start passing, getting some completions. So if they're able to continue this pressure, it's going to be hard for Zeke Gillick to get some rhythm here going for his offense. So it's 2nd and 10 on the Knights' 47-yard line. Here's Gillick dropping back to pass. Far right side throw. Nice catch. I thought he'd throw the underneath route, but he went to the curl route on the far side. Great catch.
Looks like a catch by 89, which is a Lorenzo Carbone Garcia.
That was a great catch by Garcia. He ran a nice route. Really, it was kind of a dangerous throw by Gillick, but he was able to force it in there with a nice velocity. And the Knights defense was kind of a little bit late to react on that one. So they picked about 9 yards. It's 3rd and short here as it's 3rd and 1. They handed it off right up the middle, and that looks like he might have been able to get there, but it's going to be close. And they're able to stop him just short, I believe. Looks like it's about 4th and 1 here. So, if I'm the Trojans, I'm probably going for it right here. You want to try to, and as they are going for it on 4th and 1 here on the Knights' 38-yard line. You want to try to see if you can score some points here on this drive. It's a big play coming up right here.
Let's see what they do.
See Gillick, he's going to quarterback sneak right up the middle, and he's got it. It's a good play call. I like that by the Trojans. Smart play, right up the middle. Haven't really seen too many of those situations the Knights defense has been in. 4th and short like that with the quarterback sneaking for the first down. That'll move the chains. Good push by the Trojans offensive line up the middle as it gets Zeke Gillick the first down there. Now the ball is spotted at the 35-yard line of the Bremerton Knights. 4 minutes and 30 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Here's Zeke Gillick handing it off. Getting some good yardage after the run there. That was Scott Ashcraft, the wide receiver there. So that was after the 8-yard run there. It's 2nd and 2. Trojans having a nice drive here. Started up by the nice kick return. Here's Gillick handing it off, and his running back fumbles the ball, and they're still fighting for it. It'll be interesting to see who has the ball. Looks like they might rule him down. That was Trent Feisner, the running back. It looks like he was unprepared there for taking the snap. Right as he got the ball in his hands, he fumbled it around. Wasn't able to secure it in his chest, but lucky for him, he was able to recover it. So almost a disaster on that play, but now it's 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. And here's Gillick handing it off inside. That's number 14, Mason Hudavis, the running back. He's able to get the first down.
25-yard line.
And this Trojans offense, they've been really giving the ball to a variety of players here early on.
Yeah.
They haven't really been giving it to one person. The Knights offense, they love giving carries to Samaje Cook. And really right here, the Trojans, there's a lot of players here probably a lot of opportunities here for certain players to try to see if they get the bulk of the carries as the rest of the season goes on. So whoever's the most effective here. So it's 1st and 10, and here's Gillick looking right side, throwing the slant. Nice route, nice pass.
To Daryl White.
Daryl White, as you said. That was a great slant route he ran there. Zeke Gillick, nice pass inside.
A great pass.
The corner there for Bremerton, a little slow to react. He wasn't able to get there. And those are the kind of throws you have to make in these kind of games. You know, great play there. You know, great read. Made one look read there. Saw that the receiver's open on the slant. Threw it inside. Nice play there. So now with the timeout, in the pregame we weren't able to read the roster off of for the Trojans, the Olympic Trojans. So now we're going to read them off here for this timeout pretty quickly. So number 1, Malcolm DeWalt.
Number 2, Daryl White.
Number 3, Zeke Gillick, the quarterback.
Number 5, Trent Feistner.
Number 7, Brandon Paulino.
Number 8, Luis Olmo.
Number 9, Josh Kennedy, the kicker.
Number 10, Adam Johnson.
Number 11, Scott Ashcraft.
Number 12, Anthony Terso.
Number 13, Jordan Quintero.
Number 13, Amir Payton.
Number 14, Mason Quidavis.
Number 17, Carl Farrell.
Number 20, Ethan Quidavis.
Number 21, Cameron Bailey.
Number 22, Angelo Frills.
Number 23, Joey Diaz.
Number 24, Clayton Tolericio.
25, Taylor Andrews.
Number 26, Marcelo Valenzuela.
Number 29, Donovan Barrick.
Number 34, Jonathan Rains.
Number 44, Michael Manuel.
Number 45, Hunter Woolridge. Will continue after this play here. Looks like we got a penalty here. Might be a false start, so we'll continue reading the roster for the Trojans. So I think we are on number 44, Michael Manuel.
Hunter Woolridge, number 45.
Number 54, Josiah Williams.
56, Jared Ellerrook.
Number 57, Chandler Blackley.
58, Arns Aguan.
Number 59, Darian Camacho.
Number 60, Michael Bizot.
Number 61, Jesse Brown.
Numero 62, Darian Carrier.
Number 65, Charles Toyama Tupai.
66, Jonah Matuk.
Here we go, quick handoff here inside, but the Knights defense are all over him. That was number 2, Daryl White.
It looks like a flag was thrown, however, so we'll see how they rule.
You're right, this could be either offsides, a false start, or a hold. Looks like it was penalty on the Knights defense. Apologize for not quickly reading this off the pregame. We normally do it, but we had some technical issues, so we had to start a little bit late. We wanted to. A pretty long drive here for the Trojans, Olympic Trojans. You know, started pretty much midfield, but feels like they've eaten away the rest of this first quarter here almost. Now that they're down here in the red zone. Converted on a 4th and 1 earlier to continue this drive. 2 minutes and 5 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Here's Gillick handing it off, running far side. That's Daryl White. He's shut down again. The Knights defense doing a good job shutting down this run game.
Yeah.
That's Brock Chris on the tackle. And here's Gillick under pressure, rolling to his left. He's going to run for it. Ryan Saylor's all over him, but he gets by him.
That's like a 15-yard line.
Nice run there by Zeke Gillick. He was under pressure, rolled out to his left. That was number 32. Bertome there, the linebacker, is able to run, get to the edge, and get him. This is 3rd and 12 for the Trojans here, 3rd and long.
Minute and 16 seconds left on the clock.
It's a big third down here for the Trojans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, don't want to force anything as Zeke Gillick. You know, you're at least going to get 3 points here in this situation. You're only on the 16-yard line. Gillick under center here. 3rd and 12. Gillick takes the snap, drops back, looking for a receiver, fires over the middle. Ooh, almost intercepted by, looks like, Ryan Saylor. A bit of a low pass there. He's looking for his tight end over the middle. It's a nice drop back there, but unable to get the pass off. It looks like the Trojans are going to send out their field goal kicking unit here on 4th and 12. Smart decision, in my opinion. You know, it's 4th and long. You don't want, you know, if you go for it, there's probably a good chance you're not going to be able to get it. This Knights defense has been able to bring a lot of pressure here against the quarterback, Zeke Gillick. Here's a field goal attempt. Kick is on its way. The distance, and it is good. So it's only a 7-point game now. 1 minute left here in the first quarter. The Knights have 10 points as the Trojans have 3 now. So I think that was a good, you know, decent drive for the Trojans. Probably disappointed they weren't able to get anything more than a field goal, but you know they were able to get some points there. Keep it now. It's a 1-possession game, so it was a long drive. So they were able to give their defense a little bit of a rest here, try to prepare for the Knights' offense. Quickly here for the kickoff, we'll finish reading off the roster for the Trojans.
Number 68 is Brian Ferguson.
Number 72, Jamie Jimenez.
75, Bruce P. Lalu.
Number 78, Ryan Rodriguez.
79, Calvin Grant.
Number 80, Dylan Wolford, the tight end.
84, Kyler Caswell.
Number 85, Trenton Banks.
88, Taliki Davey.
89, Lorenzo Carbon Garcia.
And that's it for the Olympic Trojans. Alrighty, let's see what they do at kickoff here.
So here's Josh Kennedy. It's nice good field goal there he made there. With a lot of pressure, 4th down, having to make this game a 1-possession game there. Now here is Kennedy, ready for the kickoff on the 40-yard line. Back deep, as it's always been for these past 3 games. Chase Blackwell and Ryan Saylor. Deep kick down the middle. Looks like Chase Blackwell's going to be fielding it. It's 11-yard. He fumbles it. Was able to recover it. Runs into his own man, Ryan Saylor. Chase Blackwell looking for some blocks in the back. That's a block on the back by Peterson.
Looks like a flag was thrown.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure number 88, the tight end, Caleb Peterson, got a block in the back there. Just trying to help out Chase Blackwell get to the edge, but fortunately that's going to hurt his team.
Second fumble of the night for Chase Blackwell, or a drop at least. So.
Yeah, early on, a lot of players, you know, kind of nervous going into it, but as the game goes on, you know, kind of get a little bit more comfortable as it goes on, as I said. So, you know, as I said before, Chase, he's a confident guy. He got a lot of confidence in himself. And, you know, I'm sure he'll bounce back as this game continues. So this Knights offense going to start some poor field possession here. It's 1st and 10 as they're backed up on their own 7-yard line. There's a minute left here in the first quarter. They have a 7-point lead. Here's Max Buchanugan looking sharp early on. Joined by Ryan Saylor in the backfield. He's going to hand off to Ryan Saylor. He's fighting for the edge here. Going far side. He's going to gain a couple yards, but that's about it.
Trojans defense is picking up here in the later half.
Yeah, you're right. They are stepping up. Definitely getting some more penetration than they were early on in this first quarter, because the Knights kind of just drove down the field and got an early score. Set up by their defense, nice for the nice field position. So looks like it's going to be 2nd down now after the run. 2nd and 8. There's 18 seconds left and counting here for the first quarter. Last couple plays. This is Rasheed Joyner. Getting to the edge here, a couple yards, but that's about it. And really, this is going to be the deciding factor for the game here. The Knights' run game versus the defense of the Trojans, trying to get stops here. And these battles can be won here at the line of scrimmage. The Knights' offensive line versus the front seven of the Trojans. It's going to come down to that as we come here to the end of the first quarter. The Knights have 10 points as the Trojans have 3. It's 3rd down and 8. We're facing a 3rd down to start the second quarter. And this is kind of a big play here. You know, backed up early, backed up against their own goal line kind of almost. 3rd down. Be interesting to see what Buchanugan here. He made some nice throws early on. He's going to have to make a nice throw here to get the first down.
And at the end of this first quarter, we'd just like to remind you that you're all watching the Bremerton football home game, Bremerton Knights versus Olympic Trojans, brought to you exclusively by the Kitsap Sun live stream, which is produced by the Bremerton High School Media Productions.
Yeah, it's very exciting that we have this opportunity here to stream it on the Kitsap Sun. Normally we do this for the Bremerton Local Access channel, BCAT, but for this week, you know, this is being streamed, as Bob said, exclusively for the Kitsap Sun. So thank you very much, Kitsap Sun.
And this allows for greater outreach. Earlier today, we saw someone will be watching it from San Antonio, Texas. So it's just a nice outreach to the community.
Yeah, it's more wider reach for more fans. So definitely exciting. They get the opportunity here to watch the Bremerton Knights take on the Olympic Trojans. It's been a pretty good game so far. So 3rd and 6 here on their 11-yard line. Samaje Cook out in the slot. Chase Blackwell is out wide. Joiner's in motion. Buchanugan drops back, firing over the middle. Caleb Peterson, the tight end, makes the catch. He's getting some yards after the catch. He's fighting. He's still fighting all the way down to the 35. Caleb Peterson making
great run,
redeeming himself for the penalty he committed earlier. That was a great throw by Buchanugan. Looks really sharp early on. You know, last week he had some accuracy issues. He missed a couple of open receivers, but so far he's delivering right on the money. 3rd down, hitting his tight end, Caleb Peterson. That was a great crossing route he ran there, and he caught the pass. You know, he got some yards after the catch there. He got the first down. That was very impressive there by the Knights. And here's Buchanugan. Same play as before. Cook is in the slot, and Blackwell's out wide. This is Joyner in motion. They hand it off to Saylor. He runs right up the middle, breaking free. Ryan Saylor, stiff-arming defenders. Ryan Saylor across the 30, across the 20. He's still fighting across the 15, all the way down to the 11-yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
Ryan Saylor breaking free, breaking tackles.
An amazing run.
It's a great play there for the Knights' offensive line. They opened up a great hole there for him to run through. And Ryan Saylor, you know, he fights with he runs with a lot of effort, making some guys miss. Got all the way down to the 11-yard line. Terrific run. And those are the kind of runs the Knights need in this game to try to pull away.
Exactly.
Oh, and also, it appears that there might have been a face mask on the Trojans, which will be an additional 15 yards after that run. So, pretty huge play there early on in the second quarter.
Huge play.
The 1st and goal on the 7-yard line of the Trojans. Max Buchanugan here leading a nice drive. Trying to see if they can come away with some points here. 1st and goal for the Knights. It's Cook in motion. He hands it off to Cook. Cook running wide to the right side. He's got blockers ahead of him. He's fighting for his second touchdown. He takes a big shot, but I don't think he got in.
I don't think so.
It was close. It's a great run there by Cook. You know, he wasn't able to get in, but what I was really impressed by there was one of the offensive linemen for the Knights. Didn't see who it was, but he was able to get up. Oh, and they actually give him the touchdown. Looks like they might have reviewed it with the refs. They got together. They said he got in. So Samaje Cook with his 2nd touchdown. He had 4 touchdowns last week, 2 in this game, so 6 touchdowns in 2 weeks. I know he had a couple in the first game against Plahowie as well. So Cook looking to be on his way to be the player of the game for a 3rd week in a row. So very impressive there. Now here's James Morin. kicker, on for the PAT, make it a 17-3 game. Good hold, good kick. Ooh, and he might have shanked that one. It is no good. James Morin kicking himself for that one, but still the Knights have a 13-point lead here early on in the second quarter.
11 minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock. 11-11, make a wish, Austin. All I'm wishing for is a good game.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and so far it's been, it's going to be a lot of pressure here on the Trojans now to try to answer back from that play. It was a good drive by the Knights. Ryan Saylor set up by the great run by Ryan Saylor and Cook there. He was able to get to the edge, and as I was saying before, I was really impressed by the Knights' offensive line. Multiple times on that drive, they were able to get downfield, get some blocks. The touchdown there by Cook, his offensive line helping him out. He was able to get in front of him. He got blocks downfield for him. He was able to get in.
Lively crowd tonight.
Well, yeah, it's been pretty excited about what they've been seeing so far. Plenty of explosive plays by the Knights offense, as they've been pretty dominant in the first 2 games of the season. And as evidence here early on, they're going to be pretty dominant here in this third game. Here's James Moore from the 40-yard line for the kickoff. Got a scoop kick here, bouncing around. Midfield right at the 20-yard line.
Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson
picked it up.
Ooh, taken down immediately. That's number 32. That was number 32, Ratom, the linebacker, making a great tackle there. Nice defense. They've only given up a field goal here early on. Looking pretty good. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be a pretty important drive by the Trojans. They're going to have to try to score some points here to keep up with this Knights offense.
Looks like the ball's on the 26-yard line.
Whistle blown here. Refs are discussing something with the Bremerton coaches, but looks like we're back to the play here. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Zeke Gillick and his offense.
See what the Trojans do.
And here's Gillick, takes the snap, looking to his right, throws a quick pass to number 11. That was Scott Ashcraft, the receiver. You really think Zeke Gillick didn't like what he saw there. He might have just simply purposely threw it out of bounds there.
Yeah.
So after the first down to completion, it's 2nd and 10. 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. Quick handoff up the middle. Number 14. Mason Quidavis, running back. So after that second down run, it's going to make it a little bit more of a manageable 3rd and 6. And here's Gillick with 4 receivers wide. Gillick takes the snap on 3rd down, looking to his left. Quick slant, caught by number 10.
Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson with a great spin move, fighting up the sideline.
Looks like
Chase Blackwell got caught off guard there.
Looks like a flag was thrown, however. So
might have been a little bit of taunting there, maybe. He'll still get the first down, but it'll back him up a little bit. But that was a great play by Gillick. He looked to his left, first read, the slant with the curl route was open. And after Johnson caught the pass, he made a nice little spin move there on Chase Blackwell to get away from him. He got some more yards after the catch, but I don't know, maybe one of the Trojans was a little bit too excited there. A little bit too much more celebration than the refs liked, so they called a penalty for it.
Looks like the Knights just swapped out Chase Blackwell for Stephen Shaw. So let's see what that does for them.
Yeah, you always want to give your cornerbacks a little bit of a break out there. You know, right there, Chase Blackwell, he's running hard after the receivers. You know, you don't leave your cornerbacks out there too much, or else they're going to get too tired, and they might get beat over top. See where they spot the ball here after the penalty. We spotted here near the 44-yard line of the Trojans. So that was a pretty big penalty. You know, they were inside Knights territory when it happened, when Johnson got all the way down there. But that penalty is going to push them all the way back to their own 44. But the good news is that they get a first down. After the big play, here's Gillick, drops back. Looking to his left again. His read wasn't open, but he comes back. Nice move by Adam Johnson there. He wasn't open right away, but he ran to where his quarterback could see him, felt a little bit more comfortable to throw that pass. Good play there. Now you're really starting to see Gillick get into a little bit of a groove here as this game's gone into the second quarter. Early on, he looked a little uncomfortable in the pocket, but now he's sitting back, and he's been able to find Johnson a couple times. Adam Johnson, the receiver, out wide, number 10. Able to find him a couple times here, and he's made some big plays around this drive. Appears that there was a penalty on the Knights. Perhaps a face mask penalty there, 15 yards. So now it's going to give them even more yardage after that play. 1st and 10 on the Knights' 44-yard line. And here's Gillick dropping back, looking to his right, looking to his left, under pressure. He's going to chuck it deep. Oh, and that's caught by Johnson right over Chase Blackwell. Adam Johnson making huge plays here on this drive for the Trojans.
Huge plays.
That was a great pass by Gillick. He high-pointed that pass so only his receiver could go up and get it. Chase Blackwell, he stuck his hand up there. It was good coverage, but Adam Johnson was able to pluck it out of the air and get the touchdown. That was a great drive by the Trojans. You know, they really answered back. I really felt like all the momentum had shifted to the Knights, but right there, the Trojans showing that they ain't going to go out quietly. Here's Josh Kennedy for the extra point. There's 10 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the second quarter. And here's Kennedy. Good snap, good hold. Ooh, actually, the hold was a little bit low on him. The holder taking the blame for it. Kind of fumbled around in his hands. He wasn't able to get a clean kick on the ball to go through the uprights. So it's going to still remain a 7-point game.
Excuse me. Had a bit of a cough in my throat there.
All right, well, now here's Josh Kennedy set for the kickoff. And as usual for the Knights, Chase Blackwell and Ryan Saylor deep to return. you know, and that was a pretty surprising drive to watch because the Knights defense has been pretty dominant for these 3 drives. But
Yeah.
you got to give credit for the Trojans. It was a nice drive, you know, especially the receiver, Adam Johnson. He kept making big plays on that drive. And it was a great throw by Zeke Gillick. As I said before, he high pointed the pass into the corner of the end zone. It only where his receiver, Adam Johnson, you know, he leaped up for it. It was a great catch. Those kind of plays could demoralize a defense. And here's Kennedy. Kick off from the 40. The high kick going towards Saylor's side of the field, but it goes out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty for a free kick out of bounds. So that free kick out of bounds. On the kickoffs, you can't kick it out of bounds. It has to stay inside the field of play. So, well, actually, the Knights are actually going to go with see one of the special teams for the Trojans. They started too quickly with a false start, and there was also the free kick out of bounds. So the Bremerton Knights are just opting to re-kick it so that they have a good chance at a return here. So instead of the kickoff normally being at the 40-yard line, it's going to be moved back to the 35-yard line, which will give a better chance to the return men for the Knights. Chase Blackwell and Ryan Saylor try to make a big play to return it back.
Let's see how they do.
Ryan Saylor, he, you know, last week, as we said earlier in the show, he had a really good kick return, but that was called back by penalty. So, and he had a really good run earlier in this game. So, you know, we've seen him do it before. We'll see if he can do it here. Deep kick, and this is actually going to be caught by number 2,
Rashid Joyner.
Joyner getting to the outside, stiff arm with some defenders, getting it all the way out to the 47-yard line, it appears.
A nice run by Rashid Joyner.
Yeah, you know, I bet he wasn't expecting that ball. He was, you know, normally it goes to one of the returnmen deep, but, you know, Josh Kennedy, the kicker for the Trojans, he kicked it kind of short a little bit, and it was good awareness there by Joyner. He caught the pass, or he caught the kickoff, and he returned it all the way up to the 47. So, good decision there by the Knights instead of taking the free kick out of bounds penalty and going with the false start penalty.
Yeah.
So the Knights will start a pretty good field position here on the 45-yard line. Max Buchanugan joined by Samajay Cook, Rashid Joyner, and Ryan Saylor, as he has pretty much his whole game here in the backfield. Buchanugan handing up inside to Ryan Saylor. Saylor trying to get to the edge. He's taking down the number 89 for the Trojans. That's Lorenzo Carbon Garcia, the cornerback, able to get in there and make the stop. So after the first down carry, it's 2nd and 8. There's 9 minutes and 30 seconds here and counting here in the second quarter. The Knights are up by 7 as it's 16-9 against the Trojans. Here's Cook in motion. Going to fake the handoff. Buchanugan looking to go deep. Fires over the middle. Looking for Joyner. Ooh, now it's a great defensive swat by number 27 for the Trojans. Right there, Buchanugan, you know, he had good accuracy on that pass, but you know, the velocity on that ball was probably not what he wanted. You know, if he had just thrown a little bit more, maybe even more of a yard downfield, Joyner could have made a good play there, but it was a good play by the defensive back. So now here, Buchanugan on 3rd and 8, Cook in motion. And hand it off to Cook, and Cook is going to hand it off to Joyner. And Rashid Joyner, he's going to be fighting for that first down, but I don't think he got it. It's going to be about 4th and 2, maybe. Be an interesting decision here by the Knights if they want to maybe be aggressive here and go for it. But it looks like they might be going for the punt here. Remember, Buchanugan is the quarterback, so they could always do a fake here if they wanted to. Back deep for the Trojans is number 7. Here's Buchanugan on the punt. Good deep punt. Going towards the sideline. Bounces at the 15. Takes a favorable bounce for Bremerton. He's trying to keep it in bounds. Ooh, and he's unable to. That's a great punt by Buchanugan, getting inside the 10, rolling down towards the 1-yard line. Ultimate goal, they're trying to pin it there, but number 32, Rotome, wasn't able to throw it back into the field of play. So now the Trojans will be able to start on their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, and we saw Buchanugan practicing kicking earlier, and he was doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, you know, and that's always what you want to do, the warm up there. He was getting warmed up to get some punts, and it was a good job by him there, trying to pin it inside the 1. He got it exactly how he wanted, but unfortunately, none of the downfield special team players were able to get down there and field at the 1-yard line. All right, so 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. Oh, Zeke Gillick thrown over the middle, breaking tackles. That's Daryl White.
Great job. Great job by White there.
Gillick dropping back. He's looking pretty sharp here after looking, a little lost here early in the first quarter, but now looking pretty sharp here as he throws a nice pass over the middle to Daryl White, the running back.
Yeah, and great recovery after that collision with the Knights player.
Yeah, I know. I really thought he was going to get slung to the ground after that, but he bounced off him like a bowling ball. He just kept going.
I'm pretty sure bowling balls don't bounce.
Yeah, you're probably right about that one.
Maybe a basketball.
Yeah, maybe a basketball,
but would be a better analogy.
Nonetheless, that's a great play by White, bouncing off the Knights defender and kept going. Leave it to Bob Moore to bring some comedy to my monotone.
Well, somebody's got to do it, Austin.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bob.
So it's not going to be you.
You're absolutely right about that one.
Oh.
Looks like the Trojans will now have it 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line on their side of the field. Zeke Gillick making some nice passes here as the game goes on. Takes a snap, drops back, looking left, looking all over, and he gets slammed to the ground. Never saw him coming, number 63, Anthony Shadle.
Great job by the Knights defense taking him down there early.
That was great. Anthony Shadle pushing past the offensive lineman. Man, that had to hurt for Zeke Gillick. Didn't see him coming at all. Anthony Shadle, great sack. So after the sack on 1st down, it's going to be 2nd and 16 for the Trojans. The Knights sending pressure at him. Gillick throwing it over the middle. It's a screen play, but that was a great tackle by number 72 of the Knights.
And passing it to, excuse me,
sorry. The tackle was made by Ethan Nolting, number 76. Great play by him there.
And the pass was made to Mason Quitaveles.
Yeah, that was pretty, honestly, it looked like the Trojans caught the Knights in a good defense there. The Knights had sent a blitz there at Gillick, and that's pretty much what they want. They want to trick the defense into thinking he dropped back to pass for a normal deep strike, but he throws it underneath the running back for a screen. But thankfully there for the Bremerton, Ethan Nolting able to recognize the play, and he was able to make a great tackle from behind. So now it's 3rd and long here, 3rd and 14. Big play here for Zeke Gillick and his offense. So we've got a timeout called. This is a pretty big play here. 3rd and 14, trying to continue this drive for the Trojans. This drive, they could potentially try to tie this game up here before halftime.
Yeah.
Speaking of halftime, we are 6 minutes and 41 seconds away from halftime. The Knights are up 16-9.
Are you excited for the halftime show, Austin?
Oh, absolutely. Every single week that we do this, or every home game that we do this, rather.
Which is almost every week, I believe.
Back-to-back weeks here as the Knights had back-to-back home games. Last week we played the Wilson Rams, beating them pretty soundly. This week now against the Trojans. I'm always excited for the halftime show.
Yeah, our drill team and band do a great job.
Oh yeah, every year, students leave, they graduate, or whatever, and they bring in new students, and they're able to get them up to speed and play at a very professional level.
Let's see what the Trojans do.
Here's Gillick on 3rd and 14. A big play here. He's going to chuck it deep, right sideline. Ooh, almost intercepted. Wow, and almost caught on the deflection by Johnson.
If only Antoine Sacheo could have gotten a better grip on that ball.
That was a great play there by the safety. The Knights were running a traditional cover 2 man coverage play there. And it looks like number 10, Anthony Johnson, or Adam Johnson rather, sorry, who's made such a big play to the Trojans here early on, looks like he's slow to get up. But no, as you said, he made a great play breaking it up. He could have had an interception, but they're running a traditional cover 2 kind of defense there. The quarterback, Gillick, he really thought, he saw man coverage to the outside, and that was a good read. He was made a nice throw there, but good job by the safety there. He was able to come over and break it up. So now it's 4th and 14, and it's a good stop there by the Knights defense. 4th and 14 now. The Trojans are forced to punt. Pardon me. Forced to punt. It's a tongue twister there. Anyways, looks like this will be number 17 for the Trojans, Kyle Farrell, for the punt here. Punt's going to bounce at the 31. The flag on the penalty. Yes, I saw. Yep. Good eye there, Bob.
Sorry, Austin. Didn't mean to step on your toes.
Yeah, that's all right.
Thankfully, not literally.
Yeah, no, thankfully not. You'd already stepped on my analogy of the bowling ball earlier. Thanks for catching me again.
Hey, I think you just had a problem pinning it down.
Oh, nice one. All right, cheesy jokes aside, the Knights will have the ball 1st and 10 on the 14-yard line. 6 minutes and 24 seconds left here before halftime. Knights offense stalled out last time. Trying to look to add to their lead here. 6 minutes and 24 seconds left here before halftime. So there's a block on the back on Bremerton, so that's going to push them back even more. Pretty bad starting field position here for this Knights offense. 1st and 10 on their own 7. Here's Buchanugan now, handing it off to Ryan Saylor. Ryan Saylor to the outside, had a big run before, looking for another one, but he's going to pick up, probably going to get really close here to the 1st down marker. Another flag down on the field. Ooh, that's a big penalty there, holding on the Knights. It's going to push them back even more now.
Trojans versus the Knights. Historical battle if it had taken place in non-football terms.
Yes.
Yeah. Or maybe there's that History Channel show, The Greatest Warrior or whatever. Maybe
Deadliest Warrior, I believe.
Deadliest Warrior.
Yes.
They might have had an episode about that. I'll have to look it up when I get home.
Probably very interesting.
Probably.
Anyways, back to football. Max Buchanugan hands it off, and this is Joyner running to the outside, getting some nice blocks by Saylor, and he fumbled, but thankfully for him, he fumbled out of bounds.
5 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock.
Looks like 1st and 4 here. Must have been some kind of penalty. Here's Buchanugan. Play action, drops back to pass. Looking for Ryan Saylor out of the backfield. Saylor makes a nice catch, making defenders miss. Still fighting upfield all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Nice run by Saylor.
Yeah, that was a nice throw by Buchanugan. He was able to identify Saylor coming out of the backfield. No one picked him up. Nice throw, nice catch, good play. We'll move the chains. It's a new set of downs for the Knights. 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line. Buchanugan takes a snap, hands it off to Ryan Saylor. Ryan Saylor running free to the outside, spins out of a tackle. Wow, the elusiveness by Ryan Saylor all the way up. Looks like up to the 40-yard line. Great blocking there initially by Ryan Saylor, or by the fellow receivers, but Ryan Saylor, he made a good play there. All of a sudden, one of his receivers kind of gave up his block. He faked penetration right at his own scrimmage line, spinned out of the tackle, and then ran over 2 other defenders, gained some additional yardage. So great play there by Saylor. So now it's 2nd and 4. Buchanugan, play action, drops back, fires over the middle. Ooh, looking for Chase Blackwell, but it sails right through his hands. Chase Blackwell having a bit of a rough night out there.
Maybe he accidentally put butter on his hands before the game. I
Yeah,
doubt it, but you never know.
I doubt it as well, but it'd probably be a fatal mistake to have butter on your gloves before the start of the game, Bob. But anyways, 3rd and 4 here after the drop. Here's Blackwell now, out wide to the left of Buchanugan. Buchanugan takes a snap, hands it off to Ryan Saylor. He's the man immediately in the backfield, but he's able to slip by defenders and actually pick up the 1st down, but looks like there was a flag thrown on the play. Yeah, Ryan Saylor looked like he was about to get sandwiched by 3 defenders, but made a miss. Very impressive, but the penalty is on Bremerton, but it'll still be 3rd down since he picked up the 1st down.
A jam sandwich, because it would be rather jam-packed. That was a pretty bad joke, but
well, I think those watching the game understood what you meant, Bob.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know, sometimes you just see an opportunity and you have to take it. You know, it's just like in football. Sometimes you see the opportunity and you're gonna have to take it.
Well, absolutely, you're right. You mean, you know, Ryan Saylor, it was a good opportunity for him to get some yards there after he made those guys miss. He was able to pick up the 1st down, and as I said before, he ran over 2 defenders trying to take him down. So it's a good play there, but the penalty will still keep it 3rd down for this Knights offense. See Max Buchanugan, the quarterback, and Ryan Saylor discussing something with the referee there. On your side. Looks like it's going to still be 3rd and 4 here for the Knights. It's a big 3rd down here on this drive. Cook is in the slot. Man in motion is Joyner. Play action. Buchanugan under heavy pressure. Had to get rid of that one very quickly. Ryan Saylor a little too low there. Max Buchanugan under instant pressure there. Had to get rid of it quickly. That was a smart decision.
Yeah.
Now it's 4th down. And you have to imagine the punting unit for Bremerton will have to come out here.
No, that's the thing about Buchanugan. He's usually calm and cool under pressure, and he'll generally make the right decision in the moment.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, the first 2 weeks, you know, that was evidence, as you know, evidenced by what you said there. You know, especially last week, you know, I think his actually costed him on a couple throws, but so far tonight he's been mostly pretty sharp, making good decisions. And there he is. Good play there. It was a pretty high snap. He was able to field it. It's a good punt all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Covered by White.
White, man, he is shifty, making multiple Knights miss before they get taken out by around the 27-yard line. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left here for this Trojans offense to try to tie up the game on this drive.
And the halftime show should be good with only 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. Earlier, we got a sneak peek while they were practicing, and it looked pretty interesting. I mean, I'm not an expert in drill. You know?
No, you're absolutely right. You know, it'll be interesting to see what they do here at halftime. So it's 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line. Trojans, quick handoff here up the middle. That was number 14. Mason Kudvis. So less than 4 minutes now. So it's 3 minutes 55 seconds and counting here before halftime. Second and 10 now for the Trojans offense. And here's Gillick looking deep over the middle. Intercepted by the Knights. That's the linebacker, Raton, running it back inside the 30-yard line, all the way down to the 20.
Wow.
Gillick, that pass getting away from him. I saw what he had a tight end on the crossing route, but he underthrew him a little bit there. And Raton in position. Made a nice catch, good interception, runs it back. That's a pretty big play here before only 3 minutes before halftime.
And that was Kaipa Ratome. There are 2 Ratomes on the team, however, Austin.
Oh, yes, my apologies.
Yes. Just in case anyone was
that was confused there. That was number 32, Kaipo Ratome. But no, the great interception by him. He was in the perfect place at the right time. Gillick, that pass kind of undersailing what he wanted. So this Knights offense set up pretty good here in Trojan territory. Buchanuga dropping back. He had an open receiver initially, and he's going to get slung down by about 3 Trojans. Buchanuga disappointed on that play, probably his tight end. Peterson looked like he was open up the seam route, wanted to get it to him, but he was under a lot of pressure, wasn't able to scramble away from it. Loss of about 5 or 7 yards there, it seems like. Nope, loss of 8. It's going to be 2nd 18, less than 3 minutes here to go before halftime. Here's Joyner in motion. Buchanuga drops back. They're going to throw a screen to Joyner. Getting some blocks out there. Joyner gets some good yardage, gains a lot of yardage back from the sack. 2 minutes and 35 seconds of counting here before halftime.
A nice run by Joyner right there. Just trying to gain back, what they lost. And
yeah, you're right. Joyner, he's been making some good plays tonight. And, first week of the season against Lahalia, he had about 90-something yards rushing in that first quarter, but then he got hurt. So now he's making his debut here at home.
Yeah.
He's made some nice plays.
I bet the Knights are glad he joined the team.
You're absolutely right about that one. He brings a lot of shiftiness to him. A nice catch there on the screen play. Third and 9. Joyner in motion. Ooh, and the ball ends up in Cook's hands, and he's going to pick up the first down. Great run by Samaje Cook as the band for Bremerton makes their way out here for the halftime show.
Two minutes and 11 seconds left on the clock until halftime.
This is the tight end, Caleb Peterson, almost making it in. That was a nice throw by Buchanugan to the far side for Peterson.
Yeah.
Got really down close by the goal line here. Now this Knights offense is going to take their time.
Nearly
chew
there.
up some clock. So that the Trojans don't have any chance to try to get any points before halftime for their offense. So it's going to be 2nd and goal on the 1-yard line. the Knights taking a timeout here, trying to discuss what they want to do here on 2nd and goal from the 1-yard line. Big play here. It's the Knights offense here on the 1-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let's see what the Knights' plan is.
Yeah, I expect probably a carry from Cook. You know, he's been pretty dominant in these past couple games down here by the goal line in the red zone. Pretty surprising if anybody else besides Samaje gets the ball here. Samaje in motion. Quick handoff to Saylor up the middle.
Looks like nothing gained.
Yeah, nothing gained on that one. Ryan Saylor, he was fighting hard at the middle. Wasn't able to get there. 1 minute and counting here for the 2nd quarter before halftime. We got another timeout. Timeout by the Knights here with 1 minute exactly remaining here. 3rd and looks like they lost a yard on that one, so it's going to be 3rd and goal on the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see what they run here. Now, there's a lot of variety of plays you can run here on the goal line. You know, like you could just straight up drop back and pass and try to see if you can get someone open in the end zone. You know, they have a variety of runners that's been doing pretty good here. Samaje Cook and Ryan Saylor and Joyner. He's been doing really good as well. Rasheed Joyner, been playing pretty good tonight. So it'll be interesting to see what they do there. If I was the Knights defensive coordinator right now, I'd probably call maybe a play-action play here to try to trick the Trojan defense into thinking it's a run and then hit him with a pass. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Here's Max Buchanugan on 3rd and goal. Ryan Saylor joins him in the backfield. Chase Blackwell's out wide to his left. Samaje Cook. Offset to the left. Takes the snap. Quick handoff of the middle for Ryan Saylor. And Ryan Saylor's going to punch his way right through the middle for a Bremerton touchdown. That'll take their lead 22-9 over the Olympic Trojans.
55.7 seconds left on the clock.
Very nice play there by Saylor.
Nice play.
There was a nice opening by the offensive line. Opened up there between the center and the guard. And Saylor untouched practically as he ran it in for a touchdown. Here's James Warren for the PAT. Ooh, high snap, but nice, fielded nicely there by Blackwell. Good hold, and Morin good look at the PAT. So that'll push the Knights' lead 24-9 with 55 seconds left here before halftime.
I would like to issue a correction. Austin misspoke, 23-9, not 24.
Oh, thanks for catching me on that one, Bob.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sorry.
Austin.
No, but
I'm always there to catch when you make mistakes.
thank you, Bob, as usual.
I'm even willing to catch a golden ball, which, you know, can be hard to catch at times.
Yeah, it probably doesn't bounce very well, I've been
No.
told. No, that was a great drive there by the Knights. You know, really a clutch drive there by their entire offense. You know, all of them made really good plays. Offensive line really stepped up there on the goal line on 3rd and goal.
Let's see what happens in this last minute of the first half.
A lot of things could happen, you know. As this game's gone on, Zeke Gillick has looked a little bit more comfortable in the pocket as it's gone on. Their offense is, you know, they scored a touchdown last time. Nice, you know, touchdown pass to Adam Johnson, who made some big plays on that drive. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here with a minute left. Here's James Morin, the kickoff. with scoop kicks, and he fielded at the 22-yard line. He fumbles the ball, but he's able to land on it there. That was Adam Johnson, the receiver. So pretty interesting to see what the Trojans do here with a minute left before halftime. So maybe try to get some more points here before half. You see, you look quick handoff up the middle, stuffed immediately by the Knights defense. Doing a good job stuffing the run game most of the night here. 45 seconds here and counting before halftime. It's going to be a loss of 1 yard. Looks like the Trojans might just chew the clock here to halftime.
Nice takedown with the Knights defense, bringing us into a halftime, the end of the second half. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We will be back after halftime. Just thanks for joining us for this exclusive Kitsap Sun live stream produced by the Bremerton High School Media Productions team. It's been a great first half so far. We hope you enjoyed the halftime show. And me and my co-host Austin will be back.
said last week, I'll say it again. This summer, my wife went and got a brand new road sport. Loves it every day. Driving it every day. Best car she's had in years. So what we're doing here, we've got them setting up on the 40-yard line, the tires. We've got Mr. Maya Davis hanging out at the 50-yard line. Bremerton grad. Maya Davis, that's 2 Bremerton grads in a row. Last week, went over 5 on it. So Maya can fill one through. Maybe a couple of them each successful shot worth $100. Close. We got 3 more shots. Alright. This stop. Oh! Just a bit short. One toss was good. That's good for a cool $100. Congratulations. Thanks again to Advantage Nissan. We'll be back again. Our next home game in 2 weeks. Stop by their Kitsap concession stand. Free raffle. Everybody's eligible to enter the raffle. Check out a couple of their cars. What you saw on the way in. A gold type. A blue. Can't remember what it was. Nice looking car. I'll tell you that. Blue and gold.
Welcome back, everybody, to Friday Night Football at Bremerton Memorial Stadium. Tonight we have the Knights versus the Olympic Trojans.
Well, the first half was full of exciting moments. Samaje Cook, he scored a couple rushing touchdowns in that first half, including a pretty good season that he's had so far. You saw Max Buchanuken, he has 93 passing yards and a touchdown. So he's actually eclipsed the passing yards mark that he had last week. So, he's doing really good this week. I think he's really improved his accuracy, his decisions. All season long, I think he's made great decisions throwing the ball. But I think definitely in this game, his accuracy has improved. I think he's definitely worked hard at practice, getting some more familiarity with his receivers like Caleb Peterson, Chase Blackwell, and other guys out there that are running some good routes for him.
And just a quick reminder, you are watching this stream exclusively by the Kitsap Sun newspaper, produced by the Bremerton High School Media Productions class.
Be interesting to see what the Knights do in the second half.
Especially to try to keep their lead,
Yeah, absolutely. When you have a lead like this going into the second half, you might want to have the mindset of trying to run the ball out a little bit. Try to chew some clock. Let your defense sit on the keep your defense on the sideline rather.
Yeah.
Have your offense out there to chew the clock. We have a lead like this, but I don't know. The question I have is whether or not they'll continue to keep throwing the ball because I think Max Buchanuken, I think he's made some good throws tonight.
Definitely.
He had a great throw earlier to Chase Blackwell. He dropped it in the end zone, unfortunately. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here. Last week's game, they really ran the ball a lot more with Samaje Cook in the second half. So it'll be interesting to see if they give him some carries here in the second half.
Yeah, and as you said before, Buchanuken's accuracy definitely has improved since the last time.
Yeah, with every coming week, I think as a quarterback, you get more comfortable within an offense.
Yeah.
Buchanuken, this is his first year starting as a quarterback. Last year he had some, he'd come in and throw some passes every now and then, but last year he's primarily the punter and kicker, all that. And now this year, I think with every coming week, I think he's improved with every coming week. With the week one game against Galhalia, he threw an interception, we completed a couple passes, but last week he played much better. And this week, it's definitely, he's definitely showing off his arm strength and his accuracy. And, it's nice to see improvement as the season goes on. And I think as the season goes on, he'll be more comfortable in this offense, and we'll see some success from him. All right, so the Olympic Trojans will get the ball here to start the second half. James Morin ready to kick it off from the 40. It's a good kick from all game long. It's going to be caught pretty close to the 43-yard line. Trojans going to have some pretty good starting field position here. Trojans down 16 here. It's going to be interesting to see how they are going to operate on offense here.
Yeah.
They've only scored one touchdown, really, and that was just a great throw by Gillick to his receiver, Adam Johnson, early in the game. And I think really you might see a little bit more vertical passing from them, trying to test this Knights secondary to try to see if they can get back in this game. So it's 1st and 10 on their own 44. Zeke Gillick, he made some nice throws in the first half. He'll try to lead his team. Ooh, that's going to be a false start. Looks like the right side of the line, right guard and right tackle jumped a little bit early there. So that's going to push him back 5 yards. It's going to be 1st and 15 now for the Trojans.
Did you enjoy the halftime show, Austin?
Oh yeah, the band always does such a great job, and the drill team, they did a nice job rather, out there as well. And it never fails to impress me.
Yeah.
Every single week they do such a great job out there. Just for high school students, they really look like professionals out there. Anyways, Zeke Gillick, quick pass to the right side. And his receiver, wow, he's slipping free. Wow, he's making great plays out there. Darrell White, the running back, he's actually going to score a touchdown on this play. Man.
He slipped through there like a greased hog, as my grandpa would say.
Wow. I wish you didn't distract me in the beginning of that play with the halftime question, but I almost missed that whole play by Darrell White.
Well, good thing we didn't, because that was quite the amazing play.
Zeke Gillick to White there on the quick pass. And Darrell White looked like he was about to be taken down pretty immediately, and I think some of the other defenders for the Knights probably thought that as well.
Yeah.
But no, that was a great job by Darrell White. With his hand, he was able to stabilize himself back to his feet And that was a great cut back inside, and he just took it to the house.
A huge run.
Daryl White making a big play there for the Trojans. So now here's Josh Kennedy here for the PAT. And just like that, the Trojans, good chance now really quite possibly just right back in this game here quickly to start the second half. So here's Kennedy. It's a nice kick down the middle, straight through. So now the Trojans, they were down 14 coming into this at halftime, but now they're only down 7 here to start this third quarter. I think the Trojans really needed that to start this second half.
Definitely.
The first half they had some good plays, but really weren't as consistent on offense as I think they wanted to be. And right there, Daryl White just showing off his his speed and elusiveness.
Yeah.
It was just a great job by him keeping his balance on that play. Resulted in a touchdown. Now, Josh Kennedy ready to kick it off here from the 40-yard line. Back deep, as it's been all game long. Chase Blackwell and Ryan Saylor.
Let's see what happens here.
Ryan Saylor with some good runs in the first half, carrying the ball. Deep kick. Chase Blackwell would field it. Takes it to the 10-yard line. Makes a man miss. Going across the 15, across the 20. Can get pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a good return by Chase Blackwell there.
Very nice return.
It's always such a hard job as a return man. Deciding to take it out of the end zone if it gets back that far. Normally doesn't, so you get to field it inside the 20. And Blackwell, good vision there, getting to the outside, getting some yards. So 11 minutes and 31 seconds here in the third quarter. Knights are up 7 as the score is 23 Bremerton Knights to 16 for the Olympic Trojans. And here's Max Buganugan on his offense here on 1st and 10. Take a snap. And hand off to Samaje Cook. Samaje Cook slipping through defenders. So after the 8-yard carry, it's 2nd and 2 on the 28-yard line of the Knights. Or, excuse me, they are on the 37-yard line. Rashid Joyner there in the slot. Blackwell out wide. Send it to blitz. Buchanugan drops back. Fires over the middle. A little behind Rashid Joyner there. Maybe a 3rd and short situation here for the Knights. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. Third and 2 here. Ryan Saylor joins Buganugan in the backfield. After a variety of handoffs, this is Joyner running wide. He's trying to get to that first down, fighting hard for it. He fumbles the ball. And the Trojans are going to recover on the Knights' 38-yard line.
Looks like that was number 24 who recovered it. Clayton Talerico.
And even if he had picked up the first down, that might have been all for nothing because there was a penalty early on the play that was probably on the Knights. With a hold on the Knights, so the fumble will stand. The Trojans making a bit of a comeback here. Only down 7 in Knights territory. The Knights defense put up in a tough situation here, starting on their own side of the field after the fumble. Joyner, his first game back after a while, a little rusty maybe.
Yeah.
Carrying the football. And then again, he had about 3 Trojans trying to strip the ball out from his hands. It's hard to keep it away sometimes when there's that many defenders around you. Here's Zeke Gillick dropping back. Adam Johnson, man, he's making defenders look silly out there.
Taken down on the 30.
You can really see the trust that Zeke Gillick has with Adam Johnson there on the outside. He's made some nice, they've been, hooking up together throughout this game, making some nice plays. And after the 9-yard gain, it's going to be 2nd and 1. Ten minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 1. Gillick dropping back. He's going to send it deep. And that's intercepted. Ryan Saylor out of his safety spot, able to get behind the receiver. Great catch as he collided with the wide receiver. Very clutch stop by the Knights defense.
Great job by Saylor. He's been doing great all night.
Yeah, on defense and offense there.
Yeah.
Zeke Gillick, he made that play, did that kind of throw earlier in the game, and the pick was dropped by the safety. Can't remember who dropped it, but right there, Ryan Saylor. It was almost kind of a deja vu moment there. He made that same throw, and the safety was in position. And he was able to get the interception. That's such a tough catch to make right there. Ryan Saylor, that was great focus. He got his hands, both his hands are on the ball. He caught it instantly, just right at the same time as the receiver, bounced right off of him, and it was just a great play by Ryan Saylor. He read the quarterback's eyes the whole play, knew exactly where he wanted to go. Here's Cook in motion. That's after Samaje Cook, right at the middle, making men miss. Samaje Cook with a nice stiff arm there early on the play, but he didn't get much afterwards. So about a gain of 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Knights here, backed up here in their own territory. This is now Enrique Lopez in the backfield with Nugan. Here's Cook in motion, going to hand it off to Enriquez, and he is going to fight for some nice yardage there. Enrique Lopez with the carry.
15-yard line.
Gain of 4. Looks like it's about to be 3rd and 4 here for the Knights offense. Big 3rd down here. 3rd and 2. Like the Knights are kind of switching out their running backs here with Enrique Lopez. It's nice to get a new running back here to start the 2nd half. Take some carries, take off some of the workload from Cook and Ryan Saylor. Quick handoff again. Enrique Lopez right up the middle, fighting hard. I think he got the 1st down. We'll see what they say. That's a 1st down for the Knights. It's a good job by Enrique Lopez moving the chains there for the Knights. Ryan Saylor here. We had the interception on defense. Returns now in the backfield of Buchanugan. Lined up right behind him. Cook in motion. And off to Cook, right side. And he's got a lot of room to run. Samaje Cook running as fast as he can. Gets pushed out of the 50-yard line.
Wow, great run by Cook right there.
Samaje Cook showing off that speed. He on the defense kind of slow to react there. That's a good job there by the defensive back. He got up there and caught him, pushed him out. Probably saved a touchdown there. That was a big carry a big run by Cook. Now the Knights will have the ball on their own 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Cook in motion. Handoff to Cook again. Samaje Cook running upfield. Unfortunately, there was a flag thrown. As you said, Bob, this one might get called back if it's a block in the back or a hold. Let's see what they call here. The refs are discussing penalty here. Interesting to see what they call here. Unfortunately for Bremerton, it is a hold, so that will bring back the good run by Cook. It's always disappointing as a running back or a ball carrier when you get a good amount of yards on the play, but it has to come back because one of the linemen or your fellow blockers downfield held their block, or rather committed a hold penalty. So that'll push the Knights back. Take away the big play by Cook. So that's going to be 1st and 19 on the Knights' 39-yard line.
Quite the distance.
Yeah, you know, hold penalties can be pretty fatal sometimes. You know, it's pretty demoralizing for an offense if they get a big gain and it gets called back because of a hold. Joyner in motion, hand off to Joyner, and Joyner hands it off to Cook. Samaje Cook fighting back for more yardage to negate the penalty yardage they had just gained. Looks like it's about to be 2nd and 12 here, maybe. Pardon me, it's going to be 2nd and 13 here for this Knights offense.
So I mentioned 30 seconds left on the clock.
Here's Cook in motion. Cook gets the handoff. Cook running wide to the right. He's got blockers ahead of him. Good run there by Cook to the outside. He gets slung down at the Trojans' 45-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Knights. They've responded well to that hold penalty earlier this drive.
Yeah, they've done a nice job recovering from it.
Knights in the huddle with Luka Nugan here now, getting ready to line up here against the Trojans. Trying to get a stop here on 3rd and 4. 6 minutes and 30 seconds of counting here in the third quarter. What has been a pretty exciting game. Luka Nugan, Cook in motion. Some whistles blown here. Not too sure what this is about.
We'll have to see.
Not sure what that was about. Maybe the refs were just making sure that the ball was spotted correctly to where they wanted it to be. Now it's 3rd and 4 here. Cook in motion. Ooh, looks like the defense jumped for the Trojans, so that's going to give the Knights an automatic 1st down. Let's see, the refs here are gathering here at the 45-yard line of the Trojans discussing this penalty. The referees are still discussing it here. Let's see what the call is. It is offsides on the defense, so that will give Bremerton an automatic 1st down. You know, I think that was, I was really impressed right there on that drive. You know, a big game by Cook, but it gets called back by a hold, and the Knights, they get some good plays there.
Yeah.
And they're able to still move the chains from 1st and 19. So after the penalty, it's going to give the Knights a new set of downs. 1st and 10 on the 40. This is Joyner getting the handoff. Joyner breaking a couple tackles. He gets slammed down at the 41. So that play didn't gain much yardage there. 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Hand off to Ryan Saylor right up the middle. Fighting hard for some yardage there. Gains about 5 yards. Going to set up the Knights for a 3rd and manageable 5 yards. Third and 5. It's pretty important 3rd down here for this Knights offense. It's been such a good drive so far. Hand up to Ryan Saylor right up the middle. He's fighting hard. He might have got the 1st down. That 2nd effort. Ryan Saylor, very impressive tonight here on the ground game. Good job by Saylor. Able to move the chains there for this Knights offense. So after the carry on 3rd down to pick up a new set of downs to this Knights offense, it's 1st and 10 on the Trojans 29.
4 minutes and 18 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they do.
Joyner in motion. Joyner hands it off to Cook. Cook gained about 4 or 5 yards there. Taken down immediately. Been a pretty long drive here for the Bremerton Knights, giving their defense a good rest here there after they got the interception.
Definitely.
So after the gain of a yard, 2nd and 9, Buchanugan. And here's Samaje Cook fighting hard up the middle. He picks up another 1st down.
Nice run again by Samaje.
Yeah, you know, he fights really hard. And what really impresses me most about him is as right as he gets the handoff, he has such good bursts to the hole that opens up for him. You know, this nice offensive line, led by Anthony Chadle at center, they do such a good job at moving the defenders back for Samaje to get the yards that he gets. So after the carry by Cook, get another 1st down. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the Trojans' 18-yard line. Joyner in motion. Handoff is to Saylor right up the middle. Ryan Saylor, he's bouncing off defenders. He's still going inside the 5-yard line.
Nice run by Saylor.
Ryan Saylor making great plays tonight, getting the interception on defense to start this drive up for this Knights offense. He's making good plays on offense as well. This crowd is liking what it's seeing by this offense, consistently getting 1st downs here on this drive. It's been very impressive. So now it's 1st and goal on the 6-yard line. Bremerton looking to add to its lead. Samaje Cook in motion. They handed it to Cook, but this time a bit of measure of revenge for the Trojans defense, getting in there. Needed some penetration and tackling Cook for some a loss in the play. Pardon me there. We had a timeout here by Bremerton. I like that they're taking a timeout here. We've had a pretty impressive drive so far. Kind of disappointing if they only get held to a field goal. It's good to call a timeout here. Decide what they want to do here. This close scoring.
Now, what do you think the Trojans need to do to pick up the lead?
Well, they've done a nice job starting this, starting the halftime. They were able to score right away pretty quickly with White, and he made a nice catch and run. And then immediately they got a turnover. The Knights turned over the ball, and they had a good field position to try to score and tie up the game. And, it was just a great play by Ryan Saylor, reading the quarterback's eyes. I thought it was a good throw by Zeke Gillick, but he just didn't realize there was a safety and coverage deep, along with the man coverage, and he got intercepted. So, they could have easily tied it up there if it hadn't been for an interception. So, their offense, they've moved the ball a lot better here in the second half. But, the Knights, they've done really great on offense here, making this a really long drive here. And here's Cook in motion. We got a flag. Based on how the defenders for the Trojans are reacting, looks like this penalty might be on them here. It's going to push the ball 5 yards upfield for the Knights. So now it'll be 2nd and goal on the 7-yard line. Pretty significant penalty here down by the goal line. Gives the Knights a little bit more breathing room here for their offense to try to figure out what they want to do here on the 2nd and goal.
Flag is thrown again.
Looks like this will go back to where the ball was spotted before the other penalty. This is a false start on the Knights. So Trojans won't be haunted by that penalty they caused. Minutes and 25 seconds here left in the third quarter. The Knights feels like they've had the ball this entire quarter. Shooting up a lot of clock on this drive. This is Joyner in motion. Buchanugan drops back. Looking to fire to the end zone. Caleb Peterson, the tight end he was looking for, but off the deflection, it's intercepted by the Trojans. This is number 2, Darryl White, who made such a big play earlier in the game on offense, gets the interception there from his safety spot.
Nice job by White right there.
Yeah, Darryl White making a huge play here in this game. The Knights in position to try to get a 2-possession lead here. Just about to go in the fourth quarter. And Buchanugan, he forced it to his tight end, Caleb Peterson. It was a good throw, good read, but Caleb Peterson, it bounced off his hands, and Darryl White was right there waiting for it. That's a pretty fatal turnover by the Knights offense right there. In scoring position. Turn that ball over. Now, pretty big momentum switch right there for both teams. Now Zeke Gillick and his offense return to the field after the interception. Gillick is going to run to his left. Quarterback draw. Running wide. Spins out of a tackle. He's still fighting all the way up to the 20-yard line. He's going to gain a couple of yards there.
2 minutes left on the clock in this third quarter. Otherwise known as the first half of the second half. But that's a little bit hard to say real quick. So we just say
and I think that can confuse people a little bit, saying the first half of the second half. That's a little broad. But anyways, after the 2-yard carry by Zeke Gillick, pardon me, it's going to be 2nd and 8. Here's Gillick with 4 receivers wide, pump fakes, throws to the left sideline. Man, Adam Johnson, he's been very reliable for Zeke Gillick in this game. Catching that pass, getting all the way down near the first down marker. Looks like it's about to be a 3rd and short situation here for this Trojans offense. In fact, they will spot him at the first down, so that will move the chains.
A minute left on the clock. Let's see what the Trojan offense does.
Well, they'll have it 1st and 10 on their own 28. Here's Gillick looking to pass. There's a high pass. And there defensively for Bremerton was Brock Chris. Made a nice play there on the pass towards him. Kind of a risky throw there by Zeke Gillick. Good thing he threw that one a little high there for his receiver. He had thrown it low, trying to get a completion there. Could have been intercepted by Brock Chris, but made a good decision there. He threw kind of high.
Really the first we've seen of Brock Chris tonight. Last week he was an integral part of the Knights winning, and he's made some big plays last week.
Yeah, you're right. As Gillick here throws it over the middle, looking for his receiver right through his hands. Scott Ashcraft, as we say it simultaneously. Scott Ashcraft. Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you're right. Hey, we got to get these things down.
Yeah.
Well, Ashcraft not able to get his hands around that one, but no, you're right. As he pointed out, Brock Chris, last week, he did a good job running with the football. But I think really now that Rasheed Joyner's back, and now he's kind of put more of a little bit of a role player here in this offense. And there he is on defense. He's been doing a pretty good job tonight, holding his own on this side of the field as a cornerback. Here's 3rd and 10. Knights sending a blitz. And this is Darryl White, who's made so many big plays for the Trojans. Running, and he's able to stay up on his feet.
Oh, wow.
And he's going to take it all the way for a touchdown.
Amazing run by Darryl White
Darryl White catching some passes, taking them to the house, getting interceptions.
However, it looks like a flag was thrown.
A fatal penalty on the Trojans. Looks like that's going to bring back the score. Wow, that was such a huge play by the Trojans and taken back by a penalty. That's absolutely demoralizing for their offense.
Yeah, and less than 30 seconds left on the clock now, Austin.
Darryl White has been absolutely all over the field. He plays running back, cornerback, and free safety for this team.
Yeah.
Made the interception to stop the Bremerton Knights' last offensive drive. And right there, he caught a pass. And man, it's just impressive how he's able to stay up on his feet. He has such a great balance to him. But unfortunately, looks like it might have been a hold call or something. That's going to bring that touchdown all the way back.
It's like a weevil. Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
Nice reference there.
Thank you.
But anyways, Darryl White, that's very demoralizing. I mean, you get such a big play out of a player like Darryl White, taking it all the way to the house, and then you turn around and realize there's some laundry on the field that takes it all the way back.
Yeah. And dirty laundry at that.
Yes. It's hit the turf multiple times, and lots of penalties rather on both teams tonight. So they go from scoring a touchdown all the way back onto their 19-yard line. Yeah, holding penalties to be very significant. That was 3rd and 10. They scored that touchdown, and now going from scoring the touchdown, it's going to be 3rd and 19, backed all the way up. Here's Zeke Gillick dropping back the pass. He's going to throw a deep ball. Looking for Johnson. It's intercepted.
By number 15, Antoine Sacheo.
Running it back inside the 20, inside the 15. He dropped an interception earlier, but he wasn't going to drop that one.
Great job by Antoine Sacheo.
He was able to see the ball coming through the air. He tracked it down with his eyes very well. He made a nice catch and was able to return it all the way inside the 20-yard line of the Trojans. And that penalty was just so huge in deciding, if that play had withstand, the Trojans, a good chance this game would be tied up right now. And instead, it's resulted to a turnover, and now the Knights offense starts on their side of the field, still up 7. Been a pretty good game tonight. Just a couple plays that have decided it really. It's the Knights' favor right here.
15 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what these teams decide to do.
Back to the last drive for the Knights. It was a really great drive overall, and I'm not going to blame Max Buchanuga for that interception. Really,
no.
I think he made a great read to Caleb Peterson, tight end. If Peterson had been able to get his hands on that pass, it's a good chance he was probably going to be able to get significant yardage afterwards. But it just bounced off his hands. Bit of a freak play, I'd call it. And Darryl White, who's made so many plays for the Trojans tonight, was able to, was just in the right place at the right time, able to catch the pass for an interception.
The Bremerton crowd is excited tonight. They're liking what they're seeing so far.
Yeah, you know, it was almost kind of demoralizing watching that touchdown by White, you know, to them tying up the game, but I think you could really feel the sigh of relief when there was a penalty that called it back.
Yeah.
And now you got to be happy now that the Knights offense starting in Trojan territory here near the end of the third quarter, and they're up 7. Well, looks like we've had a pretty big turn of events here in the last couple minutes. The refs, there's a couple penalties did not play, and looks like there might be offsetting penalties. So unfortunately, that interception will not follow through. So Zeke Gillick and his offense here get another chance on 3rd and 19. And Bremerton sending a blitz, and Gillick throwing it deep. Ooh, Ryan Saylor just a yard behind that ball for picking it off. Good stop by the Knights. So I think what happened on that play was pass interference on the Knights, and there might have been holding or something like that on the Trojans. And when you have penalties on both sides, that offsets. So you replay the down, which was 3rd and 19. After the incompletion there by Gillick, now sending the punting unit. Back deep to receive is Ryan Saylor. He's made a lot of great plays tonight. Getting some nice gains on the ground and carrying the ball, and he got an interception earlier in this game as well. He's back deep to return this. The low snap. He'll get it, punt it. It barely gets up in the air, and probably not proud of that punt right there. The Knights going to start in pretty good field position here, starting on the 41 of the Trojans.
Haven't been able to quite get that word punt out.
No, I have not. I've struggled with the word punt tonight many times.
Let's see what they do in these last 2.4 seconds
of the third quarter. Yeah, we got a lot of time here left in this third quarter. No, but what definitely is going to be important here is that they keep a drive going. You know, in last drive, they're doing a great job. This is kind of a bit of a fluke play almost. The ball is bouncing off the receiver's hands into the arms of the defensive back, Darryl White. But they had a nice drive overall last time. This is Brock Chris getting the ball. He did a good job running the ball last week and getting some opportunities here.
That brings the third quarter down to 0 seconds left. So we'd just like to thank you and remind you that you're watching the Bremerton versus the Olympic Trojans live stream exclusively on the Kitsap Sun, by the Kitsap Sun, produced by the Bremerton High School Media Productions class. Isn't that right, Austin?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's nice that we get this opportunity.
Yep.
The Kitsap Sun with this stream. Early in the game, I said, normally we do this for the Bremerton local access channel on BCAT.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to get this to a wider range of audiences out there with the Kitsap Sun.
Definitely.
So Brock Chris, week 1 against the Glaude Eagles, he was the offensive player of the game. While Samaje Cook was the overall player of the game for that week and last week's win against the Wilson Rams. But, Brock Chris, I think, with them getting Rasheed Joyner back from injury this week, it's really shown that, they have a lot of depth at runners for this team.
Yeah.
And it's always important to have a lot of depth at running back, switch them in and switch them out for when, because some guys, they can take, a certain amount of carries before they get tired.
Yeah.
And, it's always good to put in a fresh runner back there in the backfield to help out your quarterback and your offense. So now after the carry by Brock Chris, it's 2nd and 6. The Knights have it on the Trojans' 36-yard line to start the fourth quarter here. Some whistles blown here. The first down chains weren't set all the way. So now the play commences. Cook in motion. This is Brock Chris getting the ball, running right up the middle. He's got a chance for the end zone. Brock Chris, we were just talking about him. We were just talking about him.
Yes, we were.
And there he is scoring another touchdown for the Knights.
Great job by Brock Chris.
Yeah, just talking about how, he brings good depth to this running back room. And there he is getting the carry. The Trojans defense looked a little unaware that he had gotten the carry there.
Yeah.
You know, he was able to hide behind that offensive line. Right as he slid out of the hole that he ran through, you know, it was already too late for them to catch him. So great run by Chris there. Now the Knights have a 13-point lead to start this fourth quarter. And here's James Morin for the PAT. With the hold is Chase Blackwell, the receiver. The high snap, but Chase Blackwell does a nice job of getting the hold down.
Yes.
It's a good kick by James Morin, who's been pretty good tonight. You know, he had one shank earlier on a PAT, but otherwise, he's been pretty good.
Great start for the Knights for end final quarter.
Yeah, you're right. It's always really important here in the final quarter of a game. You really want your team, you know, to get, you know, more consistent as the game goes on. And it's fourth quarter, you know, and a lot of guys are going to, you know, out there, your teammates are going to remind each other, oh, hey, it's the fourth quarter. You know, we got to, you know, got to make big plays here this last quarter of the game to win it. Always a big mantra between teams is that, you know, you don't win the game in the first three quarters, but you can win the game in the last quarter.
Yep. Nice words of sports wisdom there. Awesome.
Thank you, Bob. I always deliver the wisdom.
I'm sure you didn't come up with it, though.
No, absolutely not. Actually,
No.
Just quoting the NFL team, the Seattle Seahawks, that's always been their mantra, winning in the fourth quarter. And, you know, that's always the goal of every team. You know, obviously, you always want to play your best in the fourth quarter for when it matters most. Here's James Morin for the kickoff from the 40-yard line. Bit of a squib kick here, fielded. Oh, but there is a flag on the play here. Might be a false start by the kicking team. We'll see what it is. Indeed, it was a false start on the Knights, so that will push the kickoff from the 40-yard line of the Knights to the 35. Here's James Morin, kickoff from the 35. It's going to be fielded by number 10.
Adam Johnson.
Adam Johnson, who's made plenty of big plays for this Trojans offense throughout the night. Him and Darrell White really creating a lot of explosive plays. The Knights hold a 14-point lead here with 11 minutes and 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's a pretty big drive here for the Trojans. You know, you're down 14 going into the fourth quarter here. You know, at halftime, they made a good response. You know, they could have tied the game up earlier in the game in the third quarter, but there was a penalty that negated that touchdown. So, you know, confidence shouldn't be an issue. You know, I'm pretty sure they believe, you know, they were able to tie it up earlier, but the penalty negated it, as I said. And here is a nice pass to Darrell White, who's been so lethal on these screen plays. Darrell White, my goodness, making people miss. And Darrell White, man, keep giving him, you know, they keep putting the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
They're going to get good yards every time. It looked like he was going to be swallowed up immediately, but Darrell White, yeah, he's got some great vision out there.
He's good at finding the holes in the Knight's armor.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good analogy there, Bob. But you're absolutely right. You know, as I said before, the vision. He does such a great job of seeing where his teammates are going to be for their blocks before they even happen. And he was so good at slipping by a lot of defenders there, you know.
Yeah.
And Darrell White, been making a lot of great plays for this Trojans offense tonight. So they'll definitely probably keep going back to him here to try to get back into this game. Here's Gillick throwing a quick screen pass to Adam Johnson, who's been making some great plays as well.
Yeah. Taken down at the 25-yard line.
The Trojans really looking heavily to their playmakers here now that they're down 14 in the fourth quarter with Adam Johnson and Darrell White getting some passes thrown to him. That's what you need. Here in the fourth quarter, your best players got to make the plays that they make week in and week out.
Generally week out, because I believe the games are most often on Friday.
Well, yeah, you're right. Every week, they got to make great plays. Oh, and wow, Zeke Gillick fumbled the snap there, but it looks like there's a penalty. Give me a false start on the Trojans, so it didn't matter if it was fumbled anyways. So it's going to push him back 5 yards. So now the Trojans will have the ball at the 30-yard line of the Knights, 2nd and 10. There's 10 minutes and 15 seconds here and counting in the fourth quarter. The Knights are holding a 14-point lead as it's 30-16. Knights looking to go 3-0 in the season here. It's a quick throw to the right side. This is Darrell White, who's so good at making people miss. Well, he got close to that first down marker. Zeke Gillick, good job with a quick pass there to Darrell White, setting him up.
Taking out just below it.
It's going to be 3rd and 1. Pretty big play here, both teams. Time of Bremerton here. Big 3rd down. Wouldn't be surprised if they send a lot of pressure here in the box to try to see if they can stop whatever this play is going to be on 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Nice defense that has been so good the first 2 weeks of the season. Trying to see if they can protect their 14-point lead here with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. All right, big 3rd down here for the Trojans, 3rd and 1 on the Knights' 21-yard line. Trojans being able to get down here with some great plays by Darrell White and their other receiver, Adam Johnson. Here goes Zeke Gillick under center. Going for it here on 4th down. The Knights trying to put the dagger in this one. Chris in motion. Ooh, that might be offsides on the Trojans. Let's see what the call is. Ooh, it's actually a false start penalty on the Knights. Gonna push them down to 4th and 12. 4th and 13, I mean. So now they'll send out the field goal unit. Now I think this is a smart decision. 4th and 13 is definitely a lot more harder to convert than a 4th and 8. You're going to send James Morin out there to add on a field goal, try to get a 17-point lead here. That will most certainly the dagger in this one. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get this one. One of my classes with James, he's talking about how he's nailing some 50-yarders in practice. We'll see if that pays off here. High snap over Chase Blackwell's hands. And James Morin didn't get a chance to even attempt that field goal, but good awareness there to dive on the ball.
Yeah.
Would have been been a pretty huge play if one of the Trojans picked it up, ran it back for a touchdown. Would have changed the tone for this game completely. Here we go. It's still only a 14-point game. Slim odds here for the Trojans, but there's still a slight chance. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. Down 14. Gonna have to score quickly here. And, you know, I can only think about how intense this final drive would have been if they had had that touchdown earlier in the game. Then they would have been down 7 here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds instead of being down 14. And there's Daryl White, who's been so great for the Trojans here out in the slot. To the right. Bremerton sending a safety blitz here. Under pressure, Gillick, wide decision there, throwing it into the turf rather than forcing anything. 2 minutes and 28 seconds remain in this game. Without a doubt, the Trojans will probably be trying to look and get the ball to Adam Johnson, Daryl White. You know, there's some big play receivers out there who've made huge plays consistently here for the Trojans throughout this game. Here's Zeke Gillick on 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, looking to his right, throwing a quick screen to Johnson, and Johnson makes a man miss. Takes it all the way up near midfield. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see if they can try to run one more play here before the 2-minute warning, or if they can get it off. Six seconds before 2-minute warning. 5 seconds. 2 seconds. 3rd and 10. Gets the snap off for the 2-minute warning. Gonna throw it to the left side. Ooh, too low. Ooh. He's looking for Dylan Walford, his tight end. Ooh, that's, you know, Zeke Gillick's going to want to. He's going to bet he wants that throw back. Open. His tight end was open there. If I can actually get a sentence out, I apologize. But
that's right.
Incomplete on that 3rd down. As it's now 4th and 3. Big 4th down. If they don't get it here, the game's pretty much over. Gillick throwing a wobbler. What a catch.
Great catch by number 80.
Dylan Walford, who was the intended target last play. Man, that was terrific. He dove out. That pass was very wobbly going through the air. As I think Gillick, he got hit on release while throwing that one, but terrific catch. There's 1 minute and 45 seconds left. These Trojans need to score quickly. And here's Gillick looking to his right, where it's batted down. His arm was going forward, so that will be an incompletion. Now going to be 2nd down and 10 here on the Knights' 45-yard line. 1 minute and 36 seconds left here in this game. Problem back to pass. He's throwing a deep pass here for Johnson, and that's intercepted.
Sailor.
With his 3rd interception of the game, that will pretty much ice the game for the Bremerton Knights. They're going to move on to 3-0. Ryan Saylor making a huge play here at the end of the game.
Great job by Saylor there.
Yeah, he's tracked the ball very well, going through the air. Was able to get his 3rd interception. Making a lot of great plays tonight with a kick return that helped the Knights take their 14-point lead in the first place.
Yeah, he's definitely helped the Knights stay afloat.
Yes, he has. Are you saying this because his last name's Sailor?
Yeah.
In reference to the Navy sailor.
Yeah. I'm glad you were able to deconstruct that one down.
Yes, just in case anyone was confused. I guess you know.
You never know.
1 minute and 25 seconds left. The Knights are just going to run out the clock here. You're Here's a handoff to Saylor, right out the middle. He ain't going to gain much yardage, but the clock is still ticking. 1 minute, 15 seconds and counting here.
Timeout called by the Trojans.
Yeah, just maybe trying to get the ball back just for some dignity here at the end of the game. But Knights pretty much sealed this one in the bag. And, you know, very impressive 3-game stretch, as I mentioned earlier, that they've had here through the first 3 weeks. You know, they've run the ball well in this game. You know, I think Max Buchanugan, he took a real step forward in the passing game. Sure, he had an interception, but that was more at the fault of his tight end, Peterson, was going through his hands. But you know, overall, I'd say like their offense, you know, played really consistent. I think the defense this week probably not as satisfied as they were the first couple weeks of the season. You know, only holding the Eagles to 6 points, and then last week, you know, they gave us some garbage time points to the Rams. But you know, I think overall they're satisfied with how they play. I think really they need to tighten up a little bit. You know, and I mean, let's not take any credit away from the Trojans offense. You know, Darryl White, man, he was making people look silly out there all night long. You know, play after play after play, and you know, this game would still, it'd only be, and if it weren't for the penalty that was taken away from White's touchdown earlier, it'd only be a 7-point game rather than a 14-point game. And the whole atmosphere of this game would be totally different from what it is now. It's now second down and 9, minute and 16 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Cook is in motion. The handoff is to Cook. Running wide to the right side. Samaje Cook with blockers ahead of him. Ryan Saylor picking up a block for him. All the way into Trojan territory, down to the 30-yard line, padding his stats a little bit here at the end of the game. You know, Saylor not only carrying the ball, getting some nice yardage, but picked up a nice block there. Could kind of spring him loose a little bit there for additional yardage. .46 seconds left here and counting. This is Chris in motion, handoff to Saylor right up the middle. Ryan Saylor fighting hard for a couple yards there up the middle. .30 seconds and counting here left in the fourth quarter. Less than 20 seconds now as the clock is slowly ticking down, and Max Buchanugan will take the final knee. And that'll be it for the Knights. They move to 3-0. The Trojans fall to 1-2 in the season. Pretty impressive game overall by the Knights. They gotta like this one. As it flashes on the scoreboard there momentarily to 3-0. Great start to the season. You know, I think as I said before, Knights looking to shore up a little bit on defense, but as I said before, we shouldn't take anything away from Darryl White and the offense of the Trojans. Made some nice plays, get back into it late, like that 3rd and 20 play. Yeah. Probably the craziest play we've seen all year. But otherwise, thank you for everyone on the stream.
Yes, for the Kitsap Sun stream.
Kitsap Sun stream. Thank you for tuning in to watch the stream, watch this game. We appreciate you for tuning in.
We hope you enjoyed. I sure enjoyed the game.
It was absolutely fantastic, very thrilling. There at the end of the fourth quarter, Trojans tried to make a little bit of a comeback, but they weren't unable to. Thank you for everyone, as we said before, thank you for everyone who watched the stream, and have a good night.
Good night.